Looks like we're live. Are we live? Let's give it a test here. See if we got audio. Sehr gut, sehr gut. Close the thumbnails here. Like we're live. Okay, perfect. We're live streaming. All right, let me close this joint. Fucking cringe. My cringe laugh. It came out. Anyway, welcome to today's live stream. Feeling motivated to create some music. Oh my gosh, that laugh though, man. That's gonna be on the internet forever now. Well, it is what it is. I am working on some down-tempo stuff. And with down-tempo, I mean kind of down-tempo. 110 BPM-ish type down-tempo. And I'm just going to start with an empty session. So I'm going to delete whatever tracks I have here. Start simply with a MIDI track. And I just grabbed this new plugin called Nerve. And it got on my nerves a bit during installation because I couldn't figure out how to install this thing. It's a bit complicated for Mac. But now it's there and it's fun. It's fun as frick. It's like a drum synth. It's a drum sequencer. And I was really missing a drum synth or drum sequencer like this one because it offers you these panels with all these different modulation settings within a plugin. So you can drag and drop your own sounds. You can re-export, re-import sounds into this guy. That was probably a bit loud, sorry. And it's fun because it allows you to have more control over individual sound, its length. And yeah, I've been enjoying using this. I honestly just installed it today, but I'm really, really happy with how it sounds so far. But I might use it as just a complementary device to create some drum grooves or add some flavor to drum grooves. I would like to start with my own kick. Maybe we can make something work out of this guy. Let's see. So if I hit play, nothing happens because I don't have any kit loaded. But if I load in a kick like this, perhaps we can get something going. I don't know. Kit's empty. I don't know why. Let's see. Reload the plugin. Drag it open. Like this. I don't know why this is not working though. It's kind of weird. And we got like this perk sound, for example. I can start tweaking it. Start adjusting cutoff. Not sure why it's not working here. See how it already adds so much more movement. Yeah. It's kind of fun, but I don't know why it doesn't come with its own like sequence settings. Usually it does. That's a first timer for me. Just getting to know this plugin anyway. But it's really fun to just get a groove quickly instead of having to create a MIDI track, load the drum rack, load in multiple hi-hat sounds into there. You kind of get something to start off with here, and it's a bit quicker. And again, I've been looking for something like this for quite some time because I wanted to get out of Ableton and into, I don't know, some other plugins. So this is the same manufacturer as LFO Tool and Serum. Let's see how the whole chat thing is coming along. So we got some people in here. Hello Woven, hello Gumale, hello Artless Being, greetings. and again, get some interesting writing techniques. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been using this Nerve plugin since today, and honestly, kind of fun. I might as well duplicate this though, because I really want to figure out how these whole presets work. Maybe I have to use the VST3. Maybe that's a bit different there, because it does have Nerve or the AU. It's kind of annoying that you have to resize it every time. That I don't like. Maybe there's a default setting to it, but I haven't figured that out yet. That's weird though. Why doesn't it have the presets? Whoa. Yeah, anyway, let's stick with the first layer. It doesn't really matter. I don't want to get caught up in that. Figure that one out later. Yeah, and then you can either export your own sounds by, I believe, hitting Command and Alt, dragging it into your DAW. And you get the kick pattern like this. Like this. Which is amazing for workflow. But I honestly like using it simply because of these different, these settings, these sequencing settings. You can do it in Ableton Live, but it's a bit less intuitive, a bit slower. I believe you can do this in Bitwig too. But also I feel like having a plugin that does this is kind of cool. Anyway, still I'm getting used to it though, as you might see. If we load in a different kick from one of our packs, one that I just created. This one I like. So if I dial it down a bit. Yeah. Because especially for hi-hat grooves can be such a pain in the ass to program. Sorry for my language, but each time I make hi-hats, the workflow looks like this. I create a MIDI track, and I'd either use a single sample in this MIDI track, or I'd load a drum rack in here. I'd have to search my library for sounds, like this one over here. And I just go through hundreds of freaking folders. Like, of course, you'll have to do this like more often, unless you save your sounds into specific folders. Why do I search for PML? I don't know. Hat. And maybe pick up a few from Afro. Like this one's nice. This one has a nice tone to it. Maybe an open hi-hat. Go through a few different other folders from other creators. Gosh, these are so loud, dude. Yeah, like this one. And then I'd go into the drum rack. So create a MIDI clip and then start drawing in your hi-hat patterns over here, right? Like the typical oots oots. Right? Which can work, but I feel like you don't have that much control over the sound of it in and of itself. Have a few velocity parameters over here, but like no gate, no pitch, no cutoff. You're gonna have to do that everything manually, or build a rack of your own with auto filters and LFOs, or do it here via the controls panel, which is blended out for some reason. Yeah, I don't really like it too much. It's a bit tedious, and it's always very manual. Like you have to put in a lot of hours and repeating that process over and over. I feel like here it's a bit quicker. So let's see. This is hi-hat 2. I just drag it here, and then I already got something going, and oh, it's pretty quick, right? Like we want to have something pretty quick. And I believe you can now change the pitch somehow. Yeah, like this. Like it's very, very quick. And I love that. You can just hold your mouse, draw on something random, and then fucking cool. And you can gate some of the notes out. And I believe you can also add some swing somehow. But I don't want that. Add like a perk groove. And again, I'm pretty new to this plugin still. I'm still trying to figure it out, like its full capacities. But I feel like I'm slowly getting there, and I wanted to use this stream as an opportunity to just showcase my sound design process and the behind the scenes ish. So yeah, let's open up this window and try to draw in like a new hi-hat groove. Now I feel like the clap is a bit too long. We might as well just shorten this guy out. You can add fills here. I believe these are fills. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Pretty fun. And let's throw another perk here. Where's that hat? I think it's this one. Yeah, it's a bit loud. Nice. And you have attack, decay, hold, sustain, release here, which is pretty cool as well. Yeah. And then we can take like a synth, put it here. Nice. That's like really old school house. Maybe you can do something like this. Hmm? Why isn't it triggering it? I don't know. I don't know. Let's try a different pad, perhaps? Jeez, son. Yeah, sometimes it's just... I don't know. I don't know. Oh, maybe it's because these... Son of a gun. Maybe command click, shift click, does that do anything? No, I think this panel is just broken. It might have something to do with these arrows here, I'm not sure. Oh, now you decide to work. The heck? It's just weird. What? Why is it playing? Oh, because this is the pitch. Oh, dolly. Dolly. Yeah. Oh. Let's add like a shaker groove to assist this whole thing, or yeah, just like as a background texture temporarily. That's dope. You know, it's quick and it's all built in. I find it a bit annoying to export these sounds. And like you have to hold command option on Mac. You see these commands here. And unfortunately, it's the command option is the same command in Ableton Live to go off grid. You see there's like, it doesn't snap to the grid, which means you have to let go at the same time. Let it go, it then closes the panel, so you'll have to click the track again, reopen, and basically, yeah, train your muscle memory a bit to get these sounds exported out. But it does work, you know, and then let go, and then drag and drop. It's a bit annoying though. Would have wished for a slightly easier way to export these sounds, like maybe via resampling or audio out. If I could route this thing into individual outputs of my DAW, that'd be great. But I don't know if that has the capacity to do so. But I don't want to get stuck on that today. Again, I just want to mess around with this thing because I find it to be really awesome nonetheless to get sounds quick and easy. Quick and easy. So then... yeah, nice and tight. See if we got any... Alright, hi people. Ambrosia's in the chat as well. Common Beats, nice to see you here, man. Yaroslav. Okay, let me read the comments really quick here. There's a very old VST, right? I've seen some neuro-based people using it. I think, yeah, it's pretty old. It's pretty damn old. It's by Xfer. Xfer, those same manufacturers of Serum and LFO Tool. Big love and thanks for all you do in the streaming and sharing the knowledge. Thank you so much as well for tuning in. Yeah, this sort of graph editing stuff is pretty easy to do in FL Studio. I agree. FL is... oops. FL does a great job with that kind of stuff, and I really miss FL Studio Sequencer, and that's coming from a long-time Ableton user. Hello, is this video being recorded? And it could be, yeah, this is going to be available later. How well does the randomize work? I have no idea. Change the pitch, not the volume. Yeah, thank you. I realized that a bit late to look at the chat. Yeah, Xfer is deadmau5 company, right? It's Steve Duda. Steve Duda works together with deadmau5, and deadmau5 did the graphical interface for this thing, as far as I know. Yeah, so let's continue. Yeah, I love the hi-hat grooves. Like, just for hi-hats alone, I feel like this plugin's already worth it. No, I don't want to export the one shot. I want to export the entire sequence. So I'm going to have to hold Command and Option, drag and drop it out, and let go. There we go. So then I'll just put it here. We got... Yeah, this is just a fun sound here. Create a couple audio tracks here. So we have some material to drag and drop here. Up, up, up. We solo these. Yeah, I want this guy. Is there something missing? See? Yeah, I think it's everything. Yeah, and this guy I think is missing too. There we go. Nice. Yeah, so this would be the entire groove. Consolidate. There we go. We have ourselves something to work with now. Plus one top loop sound from another pack. Why not? Have more like a underground minimal type groove. But that's fine with me. Kick. There we go. Let me blend this guy in here. Let's see if we can get that groove going ourselves though. Because using top loops can be satisfying, but just not as fun as creating those sounds yourself. So I kind of like to build my top loops together. Oh yeah, justice. All right, get my back all aligned. So I still like to do manual work, you know, drag in one shots and do it that way. Because it does give me still some level of control to see it here. But I don't like creating those really quick grooves because you don't have, I feel like I don't have as much control in Ableton Live. Let's see. I don't know. I'm just gonna use this as like a main sound. That's it. And then let's add some reverb on this guy. Like this. Just a bit. So we got some percussion action in here. See if we can add some more perk to this layer down here. I like this clap, so I'm gonna take it and put it here. I like that high little note. That dun 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 dun. Yeah, that's nice. Consolidate, Command J, so I can see the clip better when zooming out. Whoa. Hat. Old school. I need to reorganize or else I will get lost in the session here. By the way, is the volume okay on the stream? Like this, I love it. I love it. It's like some notes are shorter, some notes are longer, some notes have a different pitch, velocity, and I like having all those controls in one panel. There we go. And I'm going to drag this clap up here. More claps. Make this guy like a more dominant color. Nice. Let's make this more long, like reverby and delay. You know what song this reminds me of? Let's just play it. I don't really care if the copyright is blah. Rach, Oregon. Kind of has the same vibe. Maybe we can dial this down into the background a bit more. Yeah, I like that fill. Let's just modify it a bit more. Transient, forward transient, pitch it down. Jesus. Command Shift U to quantize it. Let's split it up. Yeah. So that's one nice percussion layer. Let's go for a second one. Maybe just like a snippet in between. Zap, 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 zap. Perfect. You know, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I like it. And perfect. I realized that I spend too much time fiddling around with fills. Like that was my weak point. I spent like so much time. Even if you watch one of my last live streams, you can see me spending so much time on these fills. I try to not overcomplicate it as much, because I feel like that was one of the areas that I felt like I needed some more work with, and I was losing too much energy to creating fills. So I'm trying to not overthink it as much and just keep it quick, right? I'm not in a hurry to produce, but I just want to don't lose my momentum and energy to produce music, you know? I want to keep these processes quite simple and not too complicated. On some things I do like to spend more time, but if I legitimately enjoy those things, then I'll continue to spend more time on them. But if it's a fill like this, I usually want to have it just there and continue working on what's more important to me, which is creating a fuller drum groove, getting the track into more of its vibe and more of into the vibe where it needs to be, if that makes any sense. Accidentally stretched it. Forward transient maybe? Yeah, just some small little details in the background, right? So we have one more space here. Perfect. I don't need any more than that. Nice. Nice. Oops. Let's see if we can resample both of these joints into a new track. And record. I think that's all I actually need. I accidentally created some automation that I don't want here. Yeah, it's my favorite spot here. Nice. So there's this plugin that doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if it still works on this Mac. Acusonos, the company, closed because they now work for Facebook. And it's supposed to be a MIDI effect. Let's see if this loads. Yeah. Acusonus doesn't exist anymore, which sucks. They do like audio editing for Facebook or Meta now, and they closed their company, which is unfortunate. But I still managed to get their Regroover Pro working on my Mac. So what this does is it splits your grooves into parts, basically like La La La, but it's built into your DAW. See how it just, I take the loop, drag it here. And I don't know why it's, oh yeah, it's soloed. Is that it? I think there are some layers missing now. Yeah. And you can take whatever you want. For example, if you just want one layer, take that and kind of just put it into your DAW, which is fucking amazing, man. I don't know why they, why did they have to close? Like, so valuable for producers to have something like that. I mean, it doesn't sound as original, but it's still like pretty freaking good. You can still do the same pretty much with multiband dynamics and isolating out specific frequencies, but I feel like this is slightly more fun. Anyway, unfortunately they closed. That's okay. Yeah, it allows you to dissect grooves more. Oh yeah, let's not use it for now. Just wanted to show you. Can add like the same reverb from the hi-hat. Yo. Or the clap, I mean, and put it on the... Yo, this is not a clap. Let's see if we can use Nerve a bit more. So let's read the chat really quick. I don't want to forget the chat. Riffer. I don't know that. Rhythm clap is missing. Sure. Let's then continue. Yo, Danny, what's up? Volume is good. Awesome. Loading FL Studio VSTI instead of Ableton to use the piano roll and step sequencer has made switching to Ableton really fun. Ableton for creative generative sequencing and FL for more fine control. That's cool. Very nice. Hello, Daniel. Nice to see you here. True. Ableton and I mean FL Studio does have like this bridge tool. So you said a rim was missing, Dave, yeah? Let's add a rim, sure. Why not? Maybe like an offbeat rim clap or something. I know I have a lot of rim shots that I like in Afro. Remember that track from before? That Let's sing that in. Come on. Trust yourself. Whoa. Okay. Let me mute myself on the stream. So you only hear me once. Alright, let's add some reverb. Reverb. Wet. Is there a way to have the voice come into Ableton Live and not hear it coming out of the speakers at the same time? Like to have the input monitoring off, but to still have the signal in here? I don't know how that works. I've never figured out a way, because I would like to route my voice into Ableton Live and have everything else ducked in volume whenever I speak to avoid any volume problems. But it's kind of annoying to hear a delayed voice coming out of the speakers. So, yeah. Anyway.
Welcome to today's choir session. Today we're all gonna sing together and, just live life. So have a seat and enjoy your time. That was Technopaster.
Imagine, man. That'd be freaking dope. Okay. That's a bit too much reverb, though. I feel like I don't have the right settings yet. Maybe like a bit more muffled. It's just too big. The reverb. Anybody tuning into the stream right now must be like, what the frick is going on? Hello? Oh my gosh, dude. Anyway. One more thing. You done know. That's enough. Okay. Let's go for a really small. Okay, it sounds kind of muffled. You. Okay, I'll just record a couple of takes in here. All right. I think that should be enough for now. Yeah, I like this one because it's really short and concise. It gets straight to the point. Just or this one's also quite nice. I like it. So let's just take these. I like this. Bit more emphasis on the highs rather than the lows. Trying this out. Yeah. So it's gonna be. And at the end, you. Or maybe that's too much. Let's not use this guy. Let's focus on. Yeah. Dun dun dun. Yeah, these audio 10 presets for repro are amazing. Maybe not the right sound. Do 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 do. Do do do. Let's freak the sound. Jesus. I don't know yet. No, not just entirely satisfied because it's too penetrant. Penetrant? Do you say that? Let's read the chat. Volume's good. Okay, hope you're well, bro. Yes, I am well. Hope you're well too, man. Nice to see a music producer as a streamer these days. Thank you. You can send it to the Q level output. I can send it to the Q level output. What? I don't know. Well, how does that work? Thank you so much for your videos. I have learned a lot from you. God bless. Thank you. Thank you, Yama. How do you decide whether a track is good enough? I find it hard not to modify atom elements and say, okay, this is good enough. Oh, that's a good question. Good question. Yeah, it's easier to. How do I answer this? A really good question. Like, the longer you produce, the more music you create, the more of a reference of a before and after you have. There are releases that I have put out previously where I'm like, right now, I'm like, the heck, dude? What? I could have done a bit better. Like, there is this and that technique. I could have added a offbeat hi-hat. I could have added a bass line, and back then I wouldn't have known that. I'm just gonna let the music play in the background. But now I do, because I have had a lot more practice in the meantime. And I'm all for practice. Like, I'm all about getting your sound right before releasing a track. There's a lot of people out there that might say that's too perfectionistic. Just put out your music. And for me, music's a thing that needs to, like, I need to be 100% happy with the track before I release it. Like, I don't want to put out anything that I myself don't vibe to. And you know when a track is good if you really vibe to it. Like, if you really, really enjoy the track. Of course, after producing music over and over again, it kind of gets a bit more dull. You get used to the sounds, you get used to the session. But that's why I mention momentum a lot. That's why I like getting tracks finished rather quickly, because I don't want to lose that feeling for the track. You know, you can always do the fiddling back and forth a bit later on, but I prefer like establishing that vibe straight from the start. I hope that makes sense. Like, usually I'd very quickly get an idea if the track is where it needs to be in terms of the overall sound quality and just the vibe. There are tracks that I try to fiddle around with so much. I try to spend so much time getting the right clap, getting the right hi-hat, but no matter what I do, it just doesn't turn out the way I want it to. And you can't force yourself through that. Like, on some days it's just not meant to be. Some days maybe there's something else going on in your life where you just need to take a bit of a break and maybe recharge your battery in a different sense. And that'll reflect itself in your music, because I feel like music should not feel like a chore. It shouldn't feel hard. There's some level of practice that's involved with all this, some level of consistency. But yeah, just stick with it. Stick with your craft and develop your sound over the years. It takes time. And if it feels forced, just stop forcing yourself, because forcing isn't going to get you anywhere. I hope that answered your question. I know it might have been a bit too far off, but yeah, not an easy question to answer, I must admit. But for this track, you know, how long have I been streaming? For 54 minutes, and I already feel like I'm getting like the vibe. This feels like a track that I could end up really finishing, and like, I already have all the elements together that really make up the essentials of this track. And because I've practiced this process over and over, like, I do this on a daily basis. This is literally all I do. And by the way, thank you so much. Thank you so much for enabling me to do this day by day without having to work another part-time job. This is a blessing for sure. But even then, even with the part-time job and all, like, I'd still do this every day whenever I had the time to. And it's just committing yourself to this, man. It's just commitment and love for passion, spreading love through music. The inner hippies coming out. I just, you know, I wish I could just really give you an explanation, like this is how you do it. But I end up like spewing all my passionate words here. I hope you get the point. Whoop. So this track is in F minor, as it seems, so we can type in FM. F stands for the key. which is the root note. Like, this is the note that I could play continuously through the track and it always fits. You see, it always fits. That's why I know that's the root note. That's the key of my track. That's also the key that I've determined when auto-tuning my voice to Waves Tune. Remember? Reference tone. I selected that straight from the start because this guy determined the key. Yeah. Really disco track here today. Do we have any more comments? I'm gonna do my best to read through all the comments today. Headphone Q level on the master channel. You have 2 outputs, the Q output and master channel. Okay, I'll try that. I'll try that out. Thank you. Time and repetition. Yeah, time and repetition for sure. You can route the Q output to your mic input and only hear your voice on specific. Oh, okay. So that means I'll have to have head. Oh, so I think you mean this? Figure. I don't want to mess up the audio from the stream. I'm always too afraid to do these things on stream. But you probably mean like this: stereo outputs, mono outputs. I'm gonna try that before I do my next stream, before I get out of the flow of the track here. But I want to thank you for the tips, Daniel. Thank you so much. I'll try that out. Let's duplicate and see if we can still find a better sound. Maybe there might be one out there that sounds a bit better. I feel like we could use this as a B sound, so like a B response. Dum-dum-dum. Just simple 3 sounds, maybe like. Perfect. That's all I need. Simple A-B response here. One more thing that we're missing. Tom. Tom is pretty essential to the groove. I'm gonna do a quick stretch. I'll play you the track in the meantime. Oops. So we need a tom and like a melodic pluck sound for the background. So tom actually fits the key of our track. Sorry. So in between, I think the B phrase, this guy here, we can add some more toms to fill out the space in the bass. Maybe a different sound. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe more transient. Yeah. Oh, that's tight. Toms are like bass. Having a solid tom groove to assist your bass is essential, especially for this like genre. Ooh, that's a bit messy though. I think the second half worked really well. Yeah. Got anything else? I feel like if we add a shaker, it'll become too loose. But this one is okay. Make an exception here. Yeah. It ain't gonna work without that offbeat open hi-hat. Really tech housey type hi-hat. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking for like a chord stab or something like that. Let's type in FM. And maybe we can add something here into this audio track, maybe from another sample pack. Yeah, something like that. Oops. That seems very fitting to our vibe. Move the highs. Nice. And some reverb on the. Let's maybe pitch this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Second one. More variation, yeah. And it's shorter as well. More reverb on the fills, so it feels like it's a room. Dial them back down a bit. Yeah. This one's a bit loud. Nice. This is a nice fill sound. Yeah, take that, put it here. And add some more echo. Echo. Dotted 8th note delay. More feedback. Less highs, more background. Oh yeah. Jeez. That's it. Again. Nope. Yeah. that make any sense? I don't want to go too dark with these pads. It's okay. Not what I was looking for entirely. I was looking for like a pluck originally. The heck? What are you doing? Yes. No, I did. Right. Like this. Honestly, I don't like this pad. I don't know why. It's maybe try like a chord. Just double the chord. Such a piercing sound though. Yeah, nice little loop we have going on here. I like the compartments, the drums. Atmos. More like a clubhouse type track. Adjusting my neck, in case you're wondering. I think D sharp shouldn't be too far away from F, right? Or is it? I want to use this like as a transitional sound or something. I'm gonna try to do a quick arrangement because I've already been streaming for quite a long time. Yeah, before I showcase you some of the sounds from the, I can't even call it a pack that I'm working on because I have no concept whatsoever. It's just been sounds that I've created purely out of passion, out of where the flow takes me. So for Daydreamer, Azar, Daydreamer, not so much. Like Afro, Azar, and the other packs, I had a very clear like, okay, this is gonna be a organic house pack. This is gonna be an Oriental house pack. This is gonna be Afro house, etc., etc. But for this one, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be some kind of a down tempo / organic type thing. Let's see where it takes us. Maybe I can package it into some kind of useful pack, but I think the style is going to be more like the one that you're hearing now because I've done so much organic house, this All Day I Dream type Anjuna vibe, and now I want to, just switch it up a bit, you know? Not saying that I'm going to go away from those genres, but I just want to offer a few more genres as well. All right, so yeah, let's take this here and let's 1, 2, 3, 4. One too many. And take away the sounds that have too much character in the intro. So this is useless. And the chords melody too much. Hi-hat, open hi-hat. Was that the open hi-hat? Yes. Open hat. So that adds a lot of energy. Oops. Ton of sound that just... So this is okay, but we're gonna have to auto filter it in. This is a cool little arrangement technique I use like all the time. Have an Atmos pad in the intro and just fade it in. Remember this one? We created it earlier using these, resampled those. It's a really great way to start your track without having just the drum groove in it. See, you do have some melodic information right at the start because it's very usual for house and techno to start with just drums and it can be a bit mundane. Depends, like, especially if you have just the original mix or the extended mix on Spotify or any other streaming platform, you just start with the drums and end with the drums. I don't know, it's kind of like a DJ mix thing. So if you want to put out your extended mix without a radio edit, then at least like create some interest at the start. I don't know, that's my mentality. I like to have, like, compare this to this. Feels more like an outro now rather than an intro. And with this, you have like already from the start a bit of tension build up. It gauges just that subconscious little thing. I've been using that for a lot of tracks of mine. You know what? I want to add this well later. And add a low cut to the kick in the intro. Oh, lovely. So you have all the elements put together. Now it's just about arranging the track and finding the right elements to use in which section. So that's too much here. It's also too much. See how much high frequencies that is? High frequencies. High frequencies. They have too much energy. Low frequencies and high frequencies. A lot of tension. So you want to filter those in, especially the intro. You want to control lows and highs when you're building your track. Don't give off too much from the start. This is something that I hear a lot of people do when they, this track feedback. It's like it starts with either too much or too little. You want to just build your track from scratch the way I did it today with an 8-bar loop. Have all those elements in there that fit perfectly. And you then know if the vibe of the track's going to be good or not, depending on the way you've structured that 8 or 16-bar loop. That's my favorite way of arranging. Subtractive arrangement. Kind of get the whole track and then spread it out, subtract from the intro. That way you can build character into the full track. You don't want to pull everything in from the start. There's an interview by Jonas Saalbach that he did with Production Music Live that I really like. He explained that he spent a lot of time figuring out when to introduce a chord progression because he didn't want to have it straight in the beginning. Take some time, in any way, shape, or form, try to hold and release tension, not only in arrangement, but also in terms of frequencies like this. Try to develop character into your track, not just in nowadays society is from the intro, everything. Throw in everything. The track has to be good within the first second or it's trash. Oh man, that mentality. I had that mentality for such a long time. There was this pressure to get these, how do I say it? These tracks had to sound good within the first 30 seconds or else this wouldn't be streamed. And that ended up with me putting in elements that didn't feel right to me, but I still did it. So I'd get it, I'd reach more people. It gets them hooked more. And I realized that it's more about still having that subtlety. It's the small things that matter. Develop character. Don't, with EDM and electro, it might be a bit different. The Martin Garrix type sound. Maybe applies also to a different audience that has a shorter attention span. Nothing against that music. There's some good tracks out there, but it's definitely not my style. I like to take time. I like to take time to develop and bring the listener into a trance state slowly, progressively, and kind of build my way in. Not just go oh, this is it. This go, 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 go. You know? It's slowly, it eases itself. Same for this. If you hear the melody, the vocal melody coming in, but I want to progressively introduce it. It's just, I'm giving off too much character away if I just introduce it straight from the beginning. Let's control the sound using some of those filters that we have here to slowly introduce high frequencies. Let's take away the kick here to create a lot of tension. Sounds kind of good, but I don't know if I want to introduce the bass just yet. Maybe I could introduce a melodic element as well. I could also tease the bass before it's supposed to fully hit. There's two approaches to this, depending on what vibes with me the most. Where's the kick? Here. Maybe put it here, like as a fill. What? Why was it playing there? What? Oh, I think it's this guy. Yeah. Meh. Needs to be some sweep. We need a sweep to transfer energy from one section to the other. Because just creating space doesn't work right here. Sometimes it works, but I don't know, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes then blending in elements to create some kind of like a semi-fill type sound. Hi-hat's not fitting. This one doesn't create any tension. That sound is off. This sound could work. Maybe just leave in the melodies. Yeah, and then so here's where I'd start automating a lot. Probably a bit too early for automation, but yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna demonstrate it anyway. EQ8 and reverb. Reverb is great to create tension. Yeah. Using it on particular elements like drums and I can barely hear it here. Damn. Maybe just the claps here. How about let's add a lot of reverb to this clap, like 4 second. But let's not add it as a reverb here. Oops. Let's delete the automation and place this reverb on a send. Oh, actually we already have it on a send. Because the cool thing about the send is that we can dial it back to -infinity without the delay or the reverb being muted. So we get to go like this. And then, so. The frick? Oh. 4 second reverb here. Emphasize this clap, yeah. And then dial it down. And now we have to, I hear a little, like I need to set some fades properly. Yeah, it's this guy for sure. Transition will most likely fix it, but I'm still deciding on which elements I'd like to keep in before going just for the transition. That whoop is too much. Let's delete the automation for this guy here and add it to the send a. Oh, my neck. Rasclat. When a Jamaican has neck problems. Rasclat, man. My neck be hurting. Go and visit a chiropractor, you don't know. I legit had to go to the chiropractor, man, because I'm sitting all day. Forward head posture. Freaking need to like equalize for this lifestyle, you know, at least stretch every now and then. Oh, or do some more physical activity. Because all I do is sit. I sit like a lot. I got myself a standing desk, but that's not enough. Like, you definitely need to have more balance in life in terms of like movement and activity. Can't just be sitting all day and expecting your body to thank you for that. Aye and aye. Like even the clap, I feel like we could. So minus 7 dB. And then just blast it in here. Take away a kick to create some more anticipation. That was the wrong spot. Yeah. What? Yeah, just those reverb blips add a lot of value on your send. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe, just maybe we can pitch it up in a semitone or... So we can open up the highs to create a lot of tension. And we do have a couple elements that enable us to open up high frequencies like this pluck synth. Dum, dum. Let's create some tension here. Maybe just... I feel like that last hit does not suit so well. We have these chords that we can open up as well. And we can just overall on the whole entire like top loops channel, just give it a bit more reverb. You know, these guys over here. This is so fiddly work, but it's so necessary. Maybe decrease the pre-delay so we get less latency between the reverb and the original signal. So the one hi-hat sound somewhere. After the clap, nothing has to come. Yeah. So the clap's going to be the last impulse before we move into that little pre-shift section, pre-drop section. Now we can introduce a sweep. I'm going to be honest, I did take quite a lot of time, and I felt like that could be... I could have done that quicker, but I'm going to be honest, I need to work more on these pre-drops. I feel like that's the area where I still spend a lot of time and I'm not as efficient enough. It feels very tweaky still. So that's something that I would personally like to work more on, my pre-drops, because I hear a lot of artists not doing a lot of fiddling. I feel like there's a lot of tracks out there that I personally like that just take out bass, add a bit of reverb, and it just smacks. In this case, I feel like it's not really where I want it to be, but let's see if we can get that with some kind of like a transition or audio fill. Yeah, white noise sweep transition. White noise always transfers energy well. Maybe I remember putting a lot of nice transitions in Afro. These crash cymbals. We don't need to warp them because they're not reliant on BPM. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Crash. Perfect. Okay, cool. That's actually all we needed. Let's add the hi-hat loop in the second section though, like in the second half of the drop. Let's take out the pluck. So I feel like I don't know. I could either introduce some kind of a new melody, but I want to go rather lush with this track, keep it really like down tempo, chill. So I'm gonna just take out the bass to create some anticipation for build slash break or something like that. I feel really dedicated to finish this somehow. I don't know if what I'm doing here is entirely what I want. Man, I remember during university, like this was just a thought that came up in my mind. It was so cringe, dude. I was in the studio with another guy, and I just watched him make music because he just took over. I don't know. He just took over the session. I felt like a newbie. I just wanted to like listen, and I remember him getting pissed off that the autofilter was stuck at 19.9 and not 20 kilohertz. And he got so mad, like, I don't understand, like, why? And I was like, dude, does it really matter? Does it really matter? Just continue making music, dude. So fucking cringe. Yeah, somehow I can't understand him. Like, it's a bit sussy, but it doesn't really bother. You could also just use an EQ if that really bothers you so much. I don't know. It was just a thought that popped up in my mind. Kind of saucy. So now's the right time to let's bring in that vocal. In the break where everything's back to zero, we have the chance to fully engulf our listeners' attention with the melodies. All right, let me just catch up on the comments. I probably missed so many. Okay, no, actually I didn't. Dude, I love it. Thank you so much, Simon. Play it one time from the beginning. Just joined. Sure. Thank you. Greece from Paris. Greetings from Germany, Sidruk. God. Oh, nice to see you again. I missed too much of this stream, but evening anyway. Make a drone out of the vocal. Yeah, good. Mostly because I'm curious about how you'd go about it. I'll play the track from the beginning and then I'll create the drone. Let's see. Also good to start the track from the start to get an idea of how the tension release feels like. I'm going to do a bit of stretching in the meantime again. Hello. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Nice. I call this the ass slapper. Sorry for my language. I'm usually very classy on my channel. I use these live streams to kind of bring out the personality a bit. So sorry if it's a bit too much. every now and then. Oh yeah. Let's keep the kick in here. Let's add a transition sound here, right here. Yeah. Like this is the perfect spot to just let your melodies go ham. Okay, but like that's good enough of a playthrough. So we can automate a couple things. Like I believe sustain is a good parameter to automate. Filter sustain to open up synths. Filter decay. That's so too much. And then we're just gonna drop it in there, man. Keep it short. I don't want to like create a massive freaking build up here on break. Yeah, I was gonna show how to make a vocal drone. Honestly, I don't try to overthink the vocal drone or drone creation process. I usually, so let me do this. I just add a lot of reverb. There's a reverb that I need to reinstall on this PC, on the Mac, which is called Black Hole. Why am I standing on my knees, dude? Oh my gosh. Black Hole, which is great for drones. Just add a lot of decay, emphasize all the frequencies, a lot of dry wet, and then hit freeze. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's basically it. Just hit freeze on the reverb. Literally, that's it. And you can just let your vocal play through and hit freeze whenever you feel like you find a spot that you like. Yeah, it's a pretty cool sound. We could just resample that into a new track. Mute the original layer. So maybe we could use this as like a tension riser fill. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't need any more. And then unfreeze. Delete the reverb. Re-enable autofilter. I think this was at -17, yeah. And then re-enable the track here. That's it. And then yeah, could work. I feel like it's a bit too low frequency-ish. This sound needs a lot more reverb. Maybe we can add like an echo. Usually I like doing a lot of delay modulation and making some trippy sounds. Just too harsh. So we're going above 50% on the echo. You know what? Let's not use echo. Let's use something like color copy. Maybe just emphasize the high frequencies at the very end. Give it a bit of a different curve. No, I'm not happy with this. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe Valhalla delay or frequency echo. Just create some trippy sound design type stuff. Do I have it installed? I should. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. And just like weird sound design type stuff. You need more tension here. It's just lacking, missing tension. Like a maybe Tulum. Maybe. Mm. Yeah. That's some fucking tension right there. Yeah. Now we just need to release properly. Anyway, what else can we automate before we drop in that bass? Okay. There's one more thing that we can do. Let's make use of this thing, this duduk flute, ney flute, by increasing the feedback. So I want feedback here. Jesus. Like this. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just pull it up like that. So let's imagine we're entering the break here. It's distorting a bit. Let's keep it at 100. See how it holds the tension? It's like whoop, 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 whoop. I don't want it to start distorting. That's kind of the annoying thing when you pull it up to 100. So you need to just pull it to 97, 98. Feedback. Dotted 8th note feedback. Amazing. And you see how it's just not enough now? Like you really need to find the sweet spot for these feedback. Like you want it to not distort. You want to hold that. Okay, it's just a bit distorting. Maybe pull it up to 100%, 105. Now here's where the tension really starts. Oh, ho, 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 ho. It's just going with it crazy, but I fucking love it. We need to control that freaking feedback here, man. It's like going into Sean's territory here. Let's dial it down to 100 and let's release it. That would be so freaking nice if we wouldn't drop it right here, but if we would create like a 1 bar, you know, like a what the frick just is going on? I expected the drop moment, you know? That'd be so dope. I think we're gonna have to do that with this guy though. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is the frequency on the Diva. And then we have the Valhalla frequency echo feedback. Let's plus that joint. And let's plus this as well. So, other way around, right? Yeah, now it gets really tedious because I'm automating on so many different lanes at the same time, which is also like really annoying and really muscle memory. Takes a lot of energy. Let's see. And then bam. You know, you expect it to hit right there because of the sweep, and then you get all in. And this is the drop, right? Yeah. Let's copy paste. Right. Oh, now we need to be really precise. See, for some reason it didn't copy. So I'm gonna move out of automation mode and just copy this entire section. Stay in this mode and paste it here. That's annoying. Why isn't it? So copy this guy, please. Ableton, please. Huh? Oh, maybe I need to click on the... Yeah, there we go. I clicked here. I needed to click there. Let's drag this here. And screw that little transition here. Okay, now we're gonna have to control a couple of the elements here. It's not doing it. I was expecting a bit more, to be honest. Maybe we drop the transition here. Yeah, okay. Just the small, tiny things like that that matter, man. The placement of the transition. So we want to sweep into the drop, not into the pre-drop. Sometimes sweeping into the pre-drop and adding like another reverse into the drop helps, but I feel like I lost energy. Yeah, we can keep it in. What up with that pre-drop kick thing that we had going on here? Maybe we can also place it here, you know? I don't like it though. Maybe I should also take it out here, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I might end up adding this pluck right in the drop. Or maybe not, let's see. I love this part. Can we add like a triple kick or something like that? I know it's kind of an EDM thing to do, but... Nah. Budget. Let's just not do that. Yeah. Maybe we might place it here then. No, never mind. Okay. But right here, when the build-up starts, we don't need any bass. Or what did I just do? Yeah, we don't need that. And on these guys, we need to low cut slowly. Add some more reverb to get all the tension out of this section that we can. I also like how it starts feeling closer towards the end. Like it feels very far away and then it starts getting closer. This dum 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 synth. I'm just gonna build an outro from here. This is also already enough for today. Yeah, but let's dial it back down. There's a bit too much of a jump here. Right, sounds cool. Let's take this and build our outro. Maybe, just maybe, there's one more sound that we can add to that pre-drop, just to make it sound a bit more different. Something more tonal. Maybe add a bit of a pitch shift so we can go like, oh, my back, dude. I need to take a break or something. Gonna end it soon, I think. Almost finished with the track anyway. Yeah, so clip transposition modulation. Yeah, let's go like yeah, I don't like it. Maybe we can add this in the first half too, actually. Let's filter out those hi-hats as a matter of fact as well here. Why does it sound so weird? Mm-hmm. No, let's not automate that here. It's okay. Nice. Let's just go really all in here. No more tom grooves, no more nothing here. No more nothing. And then end it here with absolutely just the basics. And then filter this guy out so we just have the drums at the very end. So and then do like this. That's it. Simple outro, very basic. What happened here? I have no idea what happened. Yeah, and just give it a nice sweep out at the end. Full track, oh my gosh. I don't feel like mastering this at all. Not today. Maybe just pull it up a bit. It's Oxford. Okay, please don't take this as reference. What I'm doing right now is simply out of laziness. And this is very quick mastering. Like, this is just if I want to get a track quickly mastered. Wow, EQ, no. Hello. There we go. Frequency curve looks healthy. The kick is a bit quiet somehow, like the transient. Just grab this plugin. Don't know how to really use it yet. Yeah. Take out the lows from the stereo. We don't need them in the stereo. They're a mono signal. Nice. But it could start a bit lower. And I can develop. Claps are really loud. Way too loud. Glue, maybe clip them. Oh, come on. Standard. They're way too quiet to be clipped. Come on. barely seen the signal over here. It's too quiet. Yeah, but I think I still did some work on the claps. I believe that saturator also clips. But it's not these claps. I feel like it's the clap that's within this top loop layer. So let's clip this guy as well. I don't like clipping my master channel. I've made bad experiences with that. If you clip too hard on the master, that's why I'd rather clip the individual elements and then just slightly clip it on the master. You see how much of that signal we're trimming off? Much better. Also, this guy, way too peaky. Oh my gosh. Forgot to push it to -6 dB. Like usually I'd pay attention to the... But it's okay. It's actually inputting with -6 dB. Edges. Yeah, now I just friggin' push it up, but I don't want to do that on stream because that will just end up being too loud. And I'd pay attention to how loud it is at the end. This is like the very quick mastering. It's nothing that usually I take a bit more time. Give it a quick rundown here from the start and reset our parameters of... I grabbed this new little thingy, loudness penalty. I don't know how good it is. I haven't really used it so much yet. It shows you how loud the track would be on each and every single platform. This plugin actually comes with a free version. loudnesspenalty.com or something like that, but I just bought it because I wanted to have it in my DAW. Yeah, and obviously the track isn't pushed to the loudness that I want it. I hope you guys can still hear me. Like, the track isn't pushed to the loudness that I'd want it to be, but like I'd still increase that within the limiter on Pro L2. So Pro L2 would be my final like destination before I consider viewing the parameters of these plugins here. Like I'd push it up to -6 dB LUFS, -8 dB. I usually go for -8 dB max because -6 is like bit competitive. -8 dB usually is enough. I mean, like every platform at that point is gonna just dial it down in its volume and reduce the LUFS to the according value here. Little voice crackle there. But yeah, let's just play it for now. Pandora really sus here. With the frequency curve, looks pretty healthy. Usually you want smiley face shape, right? Like this. The highs are a bit quiet in compared to the lows. Usually you don't want any platform boosting up the volume of your track. I'd say it should be above. Like they should all be at least dialing it down by a few dB. Because if they boost the track, that might end up adding some kind of like artifacts. I don't really like that. I don't know, in my experience. Sometimes it's just better to do that yourself. Nice. Ouya, ouya. Nice clubhouse track today. Nice. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So just if you want to know, like the last step that I do is just push the track to -8 dB LUFS just as like a reference. I would do some referencing. I'd grab like, for example, this track over here, which is called Origin by Grach. I would import this track into my session so I get to know like whatever plugins I have loaded on my master, like the analyzers, for example, the Uline loudness meter, loudness penalty, Vision 4X, Vox Angle span. I'd load those all on a separate track. Like I would put in my track over here, my reference track by Grach, and I'd do some referencing. Oh man, I don't know. Should I do it? Yeah, let's just show you the process. I don't know if I have any other track by Grach loaded on my PC. How do I find Command F? Grach. Auto Grach. Since we make thing. Show in and closing folder. Yeah. For example, I think I'm gonna have to go out of full screen mode to import the track and put it like here, for example. Let's say I like this track and I want to use it as a reference because it's similar to my track. So I would put it on a separate audio track like this. I intuitively dial down the volume because I don't want to accidentally hit play and just have a double master. So I'm gonna send this to external out. And now it's not going into my master, but it's still coming out of my speakers. So I don't have the plugins from my master channel affecting this track. See, it's not going into there. But I'd still grab like the most important visualizers to get just an overview of the track, right? The mastered version of the track. And I think these are post effects, so whatever I'm doing here shouldn't have any effect on the overall loudness of the track. Like you see, I'm at minus infinity on the track, but it's still peaking at minus 10 dB, which means they're post mixer or pre-mixer. Was it pre-mixer or post-mixer? I forgot, but you get the point. And yeah, single span to get. You see, how awesome is that? I get to see how the frequency curves look like, similar to my frequency curve, right? Highs in proportion to the lows, some mids here, really similar to my frequency curve. Yeah, that's probably gonna get the stream copyrighted, which would suck, but yeah, fuck it. This still, I just want to get the point across because it's really important. And then you can also see how much each platform is compensating, how much each platform is dialing the track down in volume, and you can do your best to get to that point. You can also see the true peak value. Here it's peaking at 0.5 dB. I don't know why, probably because that's converted to MP3, some MP3 format that's clipping. But usually wave files should peak at around -1, -2 dB true peak. I recommend -1 dB true peak because that's what Spotify wants. Like Spotify wants -1 dB true peak, which you can set in your limiter. So Pro L2, you can set that here. Really controversial topic. A lot of people are not so fond of this whole true peak limiting thing. Everybody has this different perspective. That's why I just like referencing tracks. And yeah, doing my best to get as close to them because I love my favorite artists for a reason, and I just try to, yeah, copy their mastering. So I know how loud the track is, -8 dB LUFS. I know how the frequency distribution looks like. I know how much each platform is dialing down the LUFS, the LUFS, and I can do my best to make it sound as similarly as possible. And then I'd keep my master for myself, and then I would disable all of the plugins on the master channel, make sure that it's peaking at -6 dB, and send the mix to a mastering engineer so I get 2 different versions of my master. And then I'd master the track perhaps with a bit more care, with different plugins, maybe, yeah, realigning the positioning on these, like put the inflator after the limiter and the standard clip maybe before these guys, and just try out a few different, yeah, or structures basically for mastering. But yeah, I wanted to elaborate on this topic because I feel like a lot of people have been asking me how to do mastering, and I want to create a separate video on this, but it's so incredibly technical, and I believe this was the best way to show it. So yeah, reference helps a lot. Generally, referencing is something that I do like every now and then, just reference the arrangement, reference the loudness. You can get so much information from tracks that are already out there. You get an idea of how long the track is, over how the build-up is structured. Like today, I did everything very intuitively, very like out of the box, you know. Oh, why did I delete that? Actually, I want to reference that track. It's a cool one. And I didn't do a lot of referencing because I feel like sometimes referencing is great for practice, but if I just want to have fun and just kind of show off my skills a bit more, I do it intuitively without using any reference tracks. Yeah. That's the track that we came along today. That's basically it. Let's read the comments, finalize this. Somehow when I mentioned mastering, everybody's like, oh please, show me. So many people have been asking me, like, I can't read through my Instagram DMs anymore. So many people just mastering. That's it. Watch this stream if you want to know how I master my tracks. I do live. Okay. Just start. Where did I miss the comment? 100% thanks. Okay, I do live act and always make the mic input go into the Q level, not the master, so I just can hear myself first before it goes to the master volume. Yeah, good idea, Daniel. I'm gonna try that, preferably next stream, but I'll have to test that out before I go with that. Touching your toms with the bass, sometimes yes, usually I do, but in today's session I didn't. I don't know. I felt like I had a nice separation between toms and bass, so it's okay. Or should you try with Omnisphere plugin? It had some amazing presets for organic. I love Omnisphere. Yes. Omnisphere is amazing. I love it. Thank you, Simon. Can you please play it one time from the beginning? Oh, these are comments from before. Okay, not file reserve animations is well needed. Thank you, Danny, for the tips. Distortion person down. Doesn't work on your site. Actually should work. Let's check it. LotusTunes. Freebies. Daydreamer. Download beta pack. Type in email address, first name. If the downloads aren't working on the freebies, then I highly recommend that you clear your browser cache. I think Command Shift and I don't know the command. Yeah, you know, just clear the browser cache or use a different browser, because sometimes, I don't know, I get these requests that these downloads, the forms aren't popping up. So try that. Nice. Sounding dope, man. Thank you so much. Sick. Thank you so much. Let's add to make the second part a bit different. Nice drums. Thank you. Second verse. So many requests. I didn't listen to any of them. I just throw in an ozone for quick master. Yeah, I've done that for one of my tracks. Really lazy. I don't know, man. Can link out to the gain so it matches the out to the gain. Not sure if I understand that entirely, Gecko. Get a second screen to have chat on. Yes. Metric AB plugin. Yeah, I don't have it on this PC yet. I don't like the visualizers on Metric AB so much. It's very overpriced also, and I don't like having that all in one. Like, it's good to split mastering to different plugins. Depends on your style, of course, but I prefer having a couple more plugins. Oh yeah, I think if you click on one of these, it shows you the actual volume of how it would sound on Spotify or Tidal or any other platform. Preview. Yeah. You see? If you hit preview and you click on these, it'll increase, and you can hear if you have any distortion or any artifacts added. Just sexy. It's amazing. I want to grab a second monitor, to be honest with you. I want to grab a second monitor, but it doesn't fit. Like if you have any recommendations on monitors or screens, give me a tip, because Mac for some reason doesn't let me pin a window to the front, which is annoying the F out of me. Like, I tried to install these plugins and they ended up not working on my current version of Mac. So I think the only option that I have is installing a second monitor, which is kind of lame. Yeah, the drums are tight on this one for sure. How long have I been streaming? Ooh, almost 3 hours. Longest stream officially. All the people are coming in now. 10 o'clock in the evening. What do I do now? I actually wanted to end the stream, but people are coming in, so I need to do something. Let me stretch first.
Jesús María Christus.
That was the first time you saw my feet. Did you see them actually? I don't know. I need a stretch. Give me a few minutes. I'll play the track here in the meantime. Yeah. I'm gonna become a foot streamer now. Yeah. Clipper, which isn't clipping. Oh, it's doing too much. Yeah, my favorite section is the build up here. Maybe I should take out the bass here though. Yeah, I should take out the bass, or should I? Yeah, definitely take out the bass here. We still have the tom. You. Now the synth here. This guy. Pay attention. Nice. So I'm gonna try to dial it down on the master, but push it up here so I don't get any significant increase on the stream. Do some A/B. I still have my reference track down here. What was the LUFS of this guy here? Like -10. You can see -10. If I play it, it's a bit quicker. Yeah, I would need to play the track. Okay, so it's a bit louder actually. -9. Yeah. Okay, let's aim for a -9 dB LUFS. So let's play. frick is up with Pandora, man? So we just need one more dB of boost in. Yeah, I like how we're not overworking the limiter. Is it even on though? I feel like it's not doing that much. Perfect, very nice. I feel like I'm not losing any significant sound quality. Nice. Remember this, mastering is in the mix. Mastering is in the mix. I don't like to add a lot of like flavoring plugins on the master. You want to do most of what you can in the mix. If you have any hi-hats that are peaking, like in this case, you want to clip them. You see? Take away the peaks here. On this layer here, doing a lot of clipping. You can't hear the difference really because clipping adds like it saturates, so it replaces the trimmed off the top end with a saturated version of that signal. Comes very close to our reference now, doesn't it? Push it by 0.5 dB. .9 dB true peak. See how the break is. Okay, so with that synth. Down, down. And now I try out the different modes. So now we're on modern. Maybe we want to try... I like modern, to be honest. It's one of my favorite ones. Punchy. I think it just changes these parameters, the attack decay, attack release. I'm okay with modern. So this Vision 4X, this gives me a good detail of how the low end looks like with the kick. I would like to load the same plugin on my reference track and give that a play. Okay, quite a difference in terms of how the kick looks like. But what if we load the Vision 4X after the limiter? Maybe that changes it a bit. Let's load that, replay the track here. There we go. That's our track, isn't it? Yeah, that's our track. Melody. I'm interested in the kick. Also, I get to see how it would look like on a DJ Spectrum. Yes, perfect. Look at that kick here. Solid, how do you call it? Aubergine. It's that like that vegetable that looks like a, you know what I mean? Like that's how you want your kick to look like. Like a D. You want your kick to look like a D. I feel like the sub is a bit messy though. Especially here, you see that? Like it starts to clash with the kick, so it might actually make sense to sidechain the sub to the kick, because you see it's actually messing with that, like the phase here. I feel like it's also distorting. Yeah, it's distorting. It's distorting the kick and bass. Maybe the kick is just too loud. Dial it down by like a few dB. Okay, we still retain the transient, which is good. Dum-dum-dum-dum. It's that bass here. Dum-dum-dum. This might need some sidechain. So what we're gonna do is sidechain, compressor, mixing. Could use the glue compressor, but I don't want that. Mixing. Audio effects. Yeah, dynamics, compressor. And just sidechain these to the kick. So input's gonna be the kick, just to give it a bit more of that cleanness. See, this is the kick. This is how much dB is being reduced. Okay, still. The tom. Not only the bass, it's also the tom. So we'd have to do this on the individual tom layers as well, like this one. There we go. So 3 dB of gain reduction seems fair to me. Okay, still practically have the same curve, but I think I'm okay with that. How does the frequency curve on our reference track look like? Maybe he has a similar structure in his bass groove. Look how solid, like this very clean low end. I have a bit more sub rumble in between the kicks. He doesn't have that much. He has mostly just a kick and a few like, you hear that? Like percussive hits. Man, I love this artist so much. Notice how he becomes like very quiet before the build up, before the drop. That's something that I feel like I still need to master. So this is something that I'd pay attention to more. And in the future, I would load this preset. This is the Vision 4X preset with, how do you call it? It's low end focus. And this is a plugin that was developed by Noisia and Excite Audio. I did one sponsorship with them on my channel for their harmonic distortion plugin. Oh my gosh, I was on my knees the whole time. Jesus. See how my sub just isn't as structured as Gratch's sub is? So that's something that I would pay attention to more of in the future. Which it's okay for this track. It doesn't need to be one-to-one the same track, but I'd like to have a cleaner low end. Yeah. So, get an overall overview of how our frequency spectrum looks like. And let's do that the same for Gratch's track. Notice how these lines, the hi-hat, how similar is that to ours? Very similar. I like it. So we have a good hi-hat structure. The only thing that I would change, if I would change it, is the sub bass. the tom grooves are a bit out of control. So this tells me that I need to spend more time on the tom / percussion and bass groove. Since I have so many different layers here and some are incorporated within audio tracks. Like there's some kind of subby thing to this one as well. Yeah. I think it's this one, to be honest. Yeah. Let's add a compressor to this one as well. Maybe a more intense one. So we get 10 dB of gain reduction. Let's see how that affects our Vision 4X. If that, so let's put it back on low end focus. Low end focus. Ah, still there. So sound selection would be the right thing, right? Nice. Nice. So let's say this track is finished. I'm just going to take the entire section like this. And so we want to end it right where the transition ends, right? One bar more. Just like this. Command-Shift-R. Make sure that normalize is off. We want to export the wave and the MP3. 24-bit wave file with a triangular dither. Dither is basically like a noise floor to compensate for any encoding that happens. I think this has a lot to do with like analog to digital. Please don't ask me on this topic. I remember asking during university, I remember asking that question, like, what is dither? And our teacher answered, and I still didn't really understand. Like, the short explanation, it's like a noise floor. It's a noise floor to compensate for any aliasing, I believe, or for any artifacts that happen when encoding wave files. Yeah, so export. Man, how are we going to call this? How are we going to call it? Some suggestions. If you want to push it, you can link the out to the gain. If you want to push it, you can also link the out to the gain in the FabFilter Pro L2 so that it doesn't get so loud, but you can still push the gain. Ah, you mean the I think there's like a knob in well, now it's closed, but I think I know what you mean. ARP to the background. I think it's too late. I'm gonna start tweaking too much if I add an ARP. I know it, but it's a good suggestion. Thank you, Danny. Small monitor is perfect to place a spectrum analyzer on too. Yeah, I agree. Do you have any recommendations on a monitor? Can use Shaperbox. It is good. Shaperbox is great for sidechaining kicks to tom or toms to kick. Yeah, I also use it a lot for sound design. Actually, see kick and subs and toms, etc. Yes, I agree, but you get you don't get the like the color spectrum with the red that I did before. Thank you so much. Very cool track. Solo feet. Solo feet? Ah, you mean because I did the feet dance thingy? I don't know, man. I want to think of something a bit more meaningful than just feet for a track name, I think. Kind of sussy, man. Foot fetish. Oh. Oi. Now we're gonna. Where are we gonna bounce this to? So we're gonna bounce this to documents. Do we have a hand? Yeah. So releases. Maybe call this one upcoming. I'll create a new folder for upcoming. Let's see if I'll release this. I'll name it. Man, come on. Guys, give me some suggestions, please, for a track name here. First time I see you live. Awesome. Glad to have you here, man. Thank you for sharing these videos, of course. Can I start like a poll? How do I start a poll? Umfrage starten. No. Let's see. Fragerunde, yeah. What should I name the track? Dep. Okay. No suggestion on a monitor. Unfortunately, I'm still looking for a small display, but things has gotten between. Okay. I don't know, because like a second monitor would be a bit too much for my standards. Like I don't want to look on screens everywhere. Okay. I think I'm just gonna I need like a picture to inspire me or something. The Traveler. No. So this track feels like more of a underground-ish type vibe. How do we call it? You know what? I was inspired by Grach, and he's an Armenian artist, so let's call this one Yerevan or something like that. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna end up being called this way. I'm just gonna export it, because I feel like it might be too long to wait for a response. Top chat, what does work here? Heart melt. Blushed. Blushed is good. Sunday slumber, it's a bit sleepy. Blushed is a good one for a track name. But I like deep and meaningful names for my tracks. I don't know, it's just a thing. Alright, so we're rendering at 44.1 kilohertz, which is the ideal sample rate for audio. I just want to re-import the track into an empty session to see how it looks like compared to this guy over here. And then we'll call it a day, or an evening, or a night. Yeah, this was the longest stream I've ever done today. Beneath the Surface. Yeah, that's a good one too. Beneath the Surface is also a nice one, because it's deep. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah, thanks for the suggestion on the monitor. I know that is something that I need to fix, because I'm really tired of switching tabs, especially like if you're in a full screen tab and you want to tab out, you got to minimize and then switch tabs, which is so freaking annoying. So having a second monitor, even like a small mini display, might be pretty helpful. Batophilia. Meaning of bathophilia. Sounds like somebody who has affinity to taking a bath. Bathophile. Bathophilia. Bathophobia. Fear of stairs in a condition called bathophobia. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. This is a place for me to document my experiences and embark on journey to see what the frick? Oh my gosh. Kind of ended on the dark web there. Oops. Put your phone on this side. I can take my phone. Bruh. Wait. But how though? Can I open the chat in a separate window? Can I, like, Right, I want to try that shit out. Why did I... God, you're the man. If this works. Okay, so there's my stream. Did we end up exporting the track? Yes, we did. So let's open up a new session here, just to see how the waveform looks like. And if there's anything sus. So, gonna use this guy here again, reference. Mute it for now, dial it down for safety. And my track is in documents here, upcoming releases. Yerevan. The frick? I think what's up with the waveform? What? Okay, something sussy with the waveform. Oh my gosh, it actually does work with the whole chat thing. As a Zen screen 15.6. Man, thank you for the cell phone suggestion. That's actually a great one. That's what normalizing does to your low. Did I normalize? Did I normalize the track accidentally? File live set, file save live set. So what are we gonna call this one here? Let's actually save it into Livestream 170923 master. How the frick did I freaking normalize it? Man, this whole chat thing on the cell phone, that is so cool. That is just genius. I don't know why I didn't figure it out sooner. Thank you so much, Gutter God. Yeah, I think I might have accidentally normalized the master. No, you didn't? What did I do wrong? So I think I might have changed something so it looks kind of sussy now. Minus 1 dB true peak. So let's play it here again. Oh, yeah, that's the problem here. Minus 13 dB. I forgot to take that out. No worries, let's re-export it. But the chat does get dark on my cell phone every few minutes. Screen turns off by itself. No worries. No worries. Okay, let's export it again. So it's not normalized. Let's overwrite the files, replace, and replace the MP3 as well. So it's going to re-render. Yeah, I accidentally forgot to dial up the volume because I, for the sake of the stream, dialed it back to minus 13 dB to have a bit more headroom. Now we're going to export it again. I didn't know that so many people were joined on Sunday. Like, I thought Sunday was like the day where a lot of people have to go to work on the next day and they just calm down and just want to chill and sleep early. Go to bed early, I mean. But it looks like there's a lot of people that are still interested. Like, even in the later hours. Sunday, yeah, it's a pretty good day for me to stream. I did not expect creating a full track, to be honest. I just wanted to go like 1 hour. 1 hour only stream how I create a like an 8 to 16 bar loop. But I always feel like I can do a bit more and show a bit more, so yeah. It's 124 BPM. Here in what? It's 124 BPM in Canada. What better place to chill than on the... This is so cool with the phone, but the text is really small. Like I have to really zoom in. What better place than to chill on the stream? You make the chills. Oh, thank you, God or God. It's so nice. Yeah, I just want to get a quick little view of the track. Oh, it's 1:24 p.m. I read 124 BPM, dude. That's the sign that I've been sitting too long in front of the screen today. Oh my gosh. Anyway, live stream master. Ah, yeah, baby. That yes, solid as frick, dude. That's a sausage I want to see. Please don't clip that, please. Please. What goes on the internet cannot be forgotten. My son, you have failed. No! Anyway, this is the track. Like the waveform being a sausage, you pervert. Damn it. Also, the track length looks really good. Accidentally had a low cut in there. Oops. Nice. Oh, it's a good one. Nice. And you can load up some DJ effects. Like you could load up a DJ effect here and mess around with, I don't know, like delay and reverb and see if you can create some manual transitions using MIDI controllers. This is something that I do sometimes just to test out if I can gain some new insights on what effects might be needed more. Yeah. Or how it would sound. Yeah, the warp is off. There is no warping turned on. Now my favorite part. Nice. Solid. Should I release it? Let's see. Let's pump it out. Thank you so much, Gutter God. You're beautiful. I mean it. Thank you. Nice. solid outro. Very nice. Woo! Nice! Wallahi. I love it. Yeah, there's nothing that really needs to be done. Yeah, maybe just like a fade out here at the end. Perfect. Nice. So this I would consider to be enough. At this point, anything that I would add to this track will just, I don't know, it'll take away the vibe. I feel like I could end up tweaking this. I could add like this and that, but I don't feel like it'll make any massive changes to the vibe of the track. Like it's already established. Great job. Nice groove. Pretty good sounds. Thank you so much, Gary. Woven says to release it as well. Okay. I'll make sure to keep you posted on this track. I might end up renaming it. Maybe I'll keep it Yerevan. I think Yerevan is actually a pretty fitting name. Yeah. Anyway, guys. Almost 3.5 hour stream today. Was my longest ever stream that I've done. I feel like my back is kind of taking a toll on me now. I'm going to spend the next, I think, 30 minutes to an hour just doing some stretches or something. Some meditaciones. Or anything that'll get me just chilled and relaxed, you know? Get the muscles, like, thank the body for enduring all of this sitting. Thank you, Carlos. I love that you love the vibe. This stream will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, so if you feel like checking it out, check it out. It might be renamed later on for the sake of visibility, etc. Might change the thumbnail, but you'll find this stream as the name here. Organic Tempo Sound Design Session Sunday live stream. With that, I would like to thank you so much for joining in on today's stream. I'll see you in the next video or on the next stream, which will either be on the next Friday or Saturday, Sunday. So on those 3 days, I usually do the streaming. And yeah, I'm going to work on the video on Tuesday. So stay tuned. I'm going to start recording on Tuesday. Anyway, I was here the whole hours. Woven, cheers to you. God bless. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you to everyone else for being here. It's a blessing to have people watch me produce. Yeah, thanks so much. I'll see you guys. Cheers. Bye-bye.